Right now, most investors are glued to the same handful of AI giants dominating the headlines, but they're completely missing the real story, all the fear you're seeing in the market. It's not a crisis, it's a smokescreen. And behind that smokescreen is a single AI company that isn't just set up to survive, it's preparing to dominate the next decade. The AI revolution is creating a once-in-a-generation type of wealth, but the insane volatility is shaking people out. I've seen these massive swings, huge sell-offs, and breathless warnings about a bubble. This chaos is making investors panic. It's causing them to sell great companies and run for the hills, hiding in the so-called safety of index funds. But what if I told you that this fear is creating the single biggest buying opportunity we might see in our lifetime? In this video, I'm about to show you the one AI stock I'm looking hard at. I'm looking at taking a significant position in this stock, and I'm not talking about a small speculative position. I'm talking about a high conviction bet, and I'm going to walk you through the hard data, the financials, and the core reasons why I believe this company is destined to become one of the most important in the world. The market problem, a smokescreen of fear. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The market is terrified. What we hear about is how AI stocks are overvalued with PE ratios that feel like a nasty flashback to the dot-com bubble. The whole sector reacts to every little piece of macro news, and we've seen sickening drops that have tested the stomach of even the most hardcore bulls. Volatility is real, it's uncomfortable, and it's doing its job perfectly. It's scaring you. But smart investing isn't about avoiding volatility. It's about seeing what's really causing it and using the irrational fear to your advantage. Fear right now is a smokescreen. It's a total distraction from the fundamental shift that's happening just beneath the surface. While everyone's obsessing over the daily price swings of the big name stocks, they're ignoring the companies building the actual essential infrastructure of our AI-powered future. The AI market is on a trajectory to become a multi-trillion-dollar industry by the end of this decade. This is about completely rewiring every industry on Earth, from national defense and healthcare to logistics and finance. Companies that provide the core operating systems for this new world are going to generate staggering returns for years to come. The volatility we're seeing today is simply the price of admission for this kind of transformation. The real risk isn't betting on the wrong company, it's being too scared to even get in the race. And that brings me to the one company I believe is being profoundly misunderstood by Wall Street today. Introducing the contender. The stock I could be going all in on is Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. Palantir, the super secretive, controversial data company, isn't that just for spies? Isn't it insanely overvalued? These are narratives that sees controversy and a high price tag, but it's blind to the tectonic shift happening inside the business. Buy now catalyst is simple, and there are two parts. First, Palantir has done something most high-growth tech companies only dream of: consistent GAAP profitability. This isn't adjusted, fuzzy math. This is real, black and white profit, quarter after quarter after quarter. This tells you they've graduated from a cash-burning startup to a self-sustaining powerhouse. Second, the absolute explosion in their U.S. commercial business is a story everyone is missing. While its government work provides a rock-solid foundation, its commercial revenue is accelerating at a breathtaking pace. In the first quarter of 2025, the U.S. commercial revenue shot up an incredible 71% year over year. This isn't just hopeful growth. It's the direct result of their artificial intelligence platform, better known as AIP, which companies are adopting like their lives depend on it. This is the inflection point. Palantir is no longer just a government contractor. It is quickly becoming the go-to AI operating system for corporate America. The core argument, here's why it has my attention. So let's get into exactly why I'm looking to make such a massive bet on Palantir. The business model, the AI operating system. So what does Palantir actually do? In simple terms, Palantir builds secure private AI-powered operating systems for big complex organizations. Think about a hospital, an airline, or a car manufacturer. They have data everywhere in supply chain software, HR systems, customer databases, factory sensors. It's a complete mess. Palantir software, mainly their Foundry platform, creates a single clean digital twin of the whole organization, allowing them to connect all the messy data and finally making sense. Then you plug in AIP, their artificial intelligence platform. AIP lets these organizations safely use large language models and other AI tools on their own private data. This is the whole game. Companies are terrified of sending their most sensitive information to a public cloud or some external AI. Palantir lets them bring the AI to the data, not the other way around. They aren't selling just another AI app. They're selling the entire foundation that lets a company become AI native. The unfair advantage, the moat. Palantir's competitive advantage is its moat, and it's getting wider. First, its government business is incredibly sticky. Its platform is woven into the very fabric of the U.S. Department of Defense, intelligence agencies, and allied governments. These aren't contracts you just lose to the lowest bid. They are multi-year, mission-critical systems that are incredibly difficult to switch away from, and they provide a bedrock of stable revenue. In Q1 2025, government revenue grew a massive 45%. Second, their land and expand model in the commercial world, supercharged by what they call AI boot camps, is providing the unstoppable. They get a foot in the door with one specific project, and once a company sees the power of the platform, it spreads like wildfire through the entire organization. Not just me saying this, a recent Forrester research report ranked Palantir as a leader in AI and machine learning platforms, getting its AIP platform top scores and noting its strengths over offerings from giants like Alphabet and Microsoft. Think about it this way: while Nvidia builds the chips, the picks and shovels of this AI gold rush, Palantir is building the operating system that tells you where to dig. It's the brain. This positions them to capture value at a much higher level, integrating with everything but being tied to no single AI model or hardware company. The financial story: explosive, profitable revenue in Q1 2025 grew 39% year over year to $884 million, crushing expectations. That was their 7th straight quarter of accelerating revenue and their 7th straight quarter of GAAP profitability. Their U.S. commercial customer count is surging, and they closed 139 deals worth over $1 million in Q1 alone. And for the finance nerds, let's talk about the Rule of 40, key metric for software companies that adds the revenue growth rate to the profit margin. Anything over 40 is considered excellent. Palantir's Rule of 40 score is an incredible 83%. It shows a rare blend of hypergrowth and serious profitability that almost no companies ever achieve. While others in the AI space are still just burning cash, Palantir is a profitable, cash flow positive machine, and they've guided for continued GAAP profitability every single quarter this year. Addressing the skeptics, the risk. Now, an all-in bet is never a smart bet if you don't stare the risk right in the face. So let's do that. First thing every skeptic points to is the value. Palantir trades at a high price to earnings multiple, and the bears will scream that its growth is already priced in. They're not wrong that it's expensive, but this isn't a value stock. It's a hyper-growth company at a critical inflection point. If Palantir becomes the default operating system for an enterprise AI market worth trillions, today's valuation is going to look like. Second risk is stock-based compensation, SBC. For years, Palantir got hammered for diluting shareholders by paying its employees with mountains of stock. This was a completely valid concern. However, SBC as a percentage of revenue has been coming down, and the company's laser focus on GAAP profitability shows a new era of discipline. While it's still something to watch, the rocket ship growth in revenue and profits is now crushing the rate of dilution. Final risk is competition. Palantir isn't out here alone. It's up against giants like Microsoft and Google, plus focused players like Snowflake. But Palantir's unique obsession with creating a unified ontology and its security-first private AI model gives it a serious edge, especially in complex, highly regulated industries. This isn't about winning every single deal. It's about winning the ones that matter most. We are still in the very early innings of this artificial intelligence revolution. While others are getting scared and selling, a few companies are quietly building the foundations of the world we're about to live in. Palantir is one of those companies. It has transformed from a controversial government contractor into a profitable commercial growth machine. Its platform is becoming the essential operating system for enterprise AI, protected by a widening moat and seeing accelerating adoption. Financials are strong, the growth is explosive, and the biggest risks are, in my opinion, both misunderstood and shrinking. That is why I might be going all in on this stock. Palantir is not just another player in the AI space, it is a future titan of industry. This is my conviction for the long haul. If you want to follow this journey with me and get more deep dives into the AI companies that actually matter, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be tracking this thesis every step of the way, and I really want to know what you think in the comments below. Do you own Palantir? Do you think I'm crazy? Thanks for watching.